In today's video, I'm going to be making my annual Halloween crochet tapestry project. This year, I'm actually not going to be doing a sweater. I know. Now every year, I know I usually do some type of wearable. It all started with my half and half pumpkin sweater. Then I ended up doing the haunted Halloween house. And then last year, I ended up doing a spooky graveyard vest. This year, I literally just finished this sweater here. I do have the video out for it. I think it is so cute. It was done with like some Hobie yarn. So I need to take a break from sweaters. I don't have any Halloween tote bags. And I love a good tote bag. My idea is I want to go more traditional. I want to go like classic Halloween. And what is more classic Halloween than a black cat? I love cats. I love black cats. They're so sweet. My idea is I want to crochet a tapestry black cat tote bag. I already bought the yarn for it. It's just loops and thread, impeccable black. 2 oranges, okay? These oranges are called Orange Crush. I love Orange Crush. I've used this in so many of my projects. This color, to me, is just Halloween vibes. It's that classic bright orange. Now, here's the thing. The reason why I bought 2 of them, because yes, I probably have Orange Crush somewhere. If y'all remember, I did a tapestry project in the summer for my summerween, and it was a skeleton floating in a pool. And I got this really beautiful pool color blue-green for the main bag. And I've had no problems with the impeccable yarn in the past, but they changed it ever so slightly. And I realized that when I was working on that project, they've made the yarn ever so slightly thinner. And do you know what happens when they make yarn ever so slightly thinner? It doesn't go as far as it used to. This one here, the labels are completely different. So you see how this one is shiny, kind of like plasticky, and this one is more soft and like paper-like. This is the new yarn. This is the older yarn, because I already did that one bag. I knew that one of these was not going to be enough. But back in the day, one of these would have been enough. I did pick up 2. It is my favorite color. I'm sure I'll use it for something else, even though I was really trying not to buy new yarn this year, and it's almost the end of the year and I bought so much yarn, but it's fine. I want to use these for the main color of the bag, and then I want to use this for the black cat. Now, I don't know if I want to put any like little details to really separate the cat's like body parts in the sense of like shadows and outlines and stuff like that. If I do decide to do that, I can just grab yarn that I already have. Like, that's fine. Usually the yarn that I have is for like littler parts on projects that I'm like, oh, well, I only need a little bit of this yarn stash. Okay, so we have my idea. Now, I went to Fabricland a few weeks ago in order to buy some handles for that one bag I did, this bag here, the all-in-one Granny Square Petite bag, and while I was there, they had Halloween fabric and it was on sale, and I'm like, I guess I'm buying it. It's this. I ended up buying a 1/2 meter of this like little witchy fabric, okay? Super cute. It's very bright orange. It's pretty much the same color as the yarn that I picked out. The reason why I saw this is, one, yes, there's a cat on it, and that's kind of the main thing of the bag is the cat. I don't know when this happened, but we went to Kmart at one point. This is back in the 90s when Kmart's existed in Canada before Zellers came in. Or was Zellers and Kmart at the same time? I don't know. All I remember is that a Zellers came in and took over the Kmart. Anyways, I had a sticker, and I still have the sticker. It's on, I put it on like a dresser, and it's still there. It's in the basement. I'll show it to you. But it is a witch on a broom. I'm pretty sure it's a broom, and it glows in the dark. And the second I saw this, that memory flooded back. That sticker came back to me. And I'm like, well, I gotta buy it because of this one sticker that I got when I was like 4 years old in the 90s, okay? That's why I picked this. But also, like, it really goes with the yarn. The handle, I still have to buy. I'm kind of hoping to maybe get a canvas handle, very much like the last bag that I was talking to you about, because I really like how that is. I like it a little bit better than the nylon straps that I normally get. Do you think I saw black canvas straps at Fabricland, but at that time I was buying straps for something else and I wasn't too sure what I was going to do for this. I knew the fabric, but I wasn't too sure the straps, so I do have to go to Fabricland sometime this week and get that. I just want to make a really cute crochet cat Halloween tote bag. If you are new to my channel and you like crocheting and yarn and thrifting and spooky season and all that jazz, why not hit the subscribe button? Last night I did start working on the bag, but I'm kind of looking at it and I'm just like, what if I did half double? I've never done a tapestry project in half double before. I've done single. Basically every single tapestry project I've ever done was single crochet minus one. One I did double crochet, but that one I was kind of following a pattern from a vintage book from the 70s, I believe. So they already kind of had it laid out. But I did make some adjustments and it worked out. But I've never done half double. And then I have some other projects that I want to do that I wouldn't mind trying half double with. So I think this one's going to be an experiment. I'm going to do half double, create a little bit more pizzazz in my video. It'll be something different. Never done half double. Although I think my sister told me she was doing half double for a project and she told me to do half double. So that's probably where I got the idea from. So I am going to be taking my work apart, but in the long run, I'll get it done faster. And if I get it done faster, maybe going forward, I'll keep doing half double. And I think in single it will look good too, but I really want to see what it's going to look like half double. I'm going to take this apart and I'm going to redo it, but I'm also going to do the back panel first so I can kind of get a layout of what it looks like, and then if I have to alter the photo, then I can do it by also looking at the back panel. I'm going to do a few rows and then I'll catch back up with y'all when I'm a little further along, just because it's just going to be me doing double crochets row after row after row after row. I've decided to take it apart because I realized that this bag is going to be really big, and I don't really want a really big bag. This one's bigger than this one, and this one is a really big bag, and it's bigger by like that much. So here's the idea. Yes, I'm taking it apart again. I know, like I want it to be more like this size. I think would be good. That means I'm taking 10 off. I don't want it to end up like that pillow. Do you remember that pillow? This pillow that was supposed to be a bag and it was way too big, so I turned it into a pillow. I feel like this is going to happen to this. I mean, I could make a pillow, but I already bought the straps for the bag today, so I kind of want to make it into a bag. And I already bought the fabric for the bag. I think it's just too big. Yeah, I took it all apart. It's just orange noodles now. So I'm gonna recrochet it. If it's too big or too small, it will be fine. I'll move on. Just kind of hoping that I wouldn't have to redo it again, but it's fine, it's fine, it's fine, it's fine, it's fine.
It's fine.
I finally used up all the yarn that I undid. I'm actually a little bit farther along than I was because I made it a little bit shorter. I think it's looking pretty good. I think I need, I don't know, like maybe that many more rows. So I'm just gonna keep going today. I really wanna get this back panel done, and then that way I can plan out the front panel, because without the back panel being done, I have no idea the size or how many stitches or how many rows. Okay, so this is what it's looking like right now. I've just got his little paws done. Just a little paws. I really don't know how it's gonna turn out. The image is pretty simplistic. It's not too complex. I really want to try something new, and it's an experiment. We're gonna see how it goes, and if it goes great, then great. I will continue doing it in the future because half double crochet is not taking me very long to do, and I think I can get this whole thing done today. Whereas if this was single crochet, I would still be working on the back panel right now. You know, it is going faster, but I mean, if it looks better single, then I will go back to that. You know, but let's just do a little experiment and we'll see how that goes. I went into my camper to look for some yarn because I realized that I needed more colors than just the 3 that I have. I need a color for the eyes and I need a color for the mouth. And then I'm just not too sure what color I want to do the ear, like the inside of the ears yet. I also don't have a color for the nose because it's a black cat and most black cats have black noses. I have to look up my reference photo and maybe just see what other like cartoony cats have for their nose, because then I'll just do that. I'll probably use one of these 2 colors for the nose. That's where I am right now. I ended up using the red for the mouth, and I don't like how it looks. I don't like this mouth being this color. I also don't know if I want it to be as big. So I think I'm gonna take the 1 stitch out on this side and redo it in like, I think like a bright pink. I think that would look better. I just don't really like how the red looks. I will have to take apart my work. I mean, it's going pretty fast for half double. So I switched it up to this pink color, and I don't know if I just don't like the mouth shape, but also it might be because the rest of the head isn't even there yet, and maybe that's what's throwing me off. The head's probably gonna come up to here, so I'm gonna have like the little nose and then the eyes. I just don't know if I like the mouth. It's better than the red. I didn't like the red. And I did make it a little smaller, but is the pink too close to this orange color? You know, I'm just gonna keep going, and we're gonna see how this head turns out. And if it doesn't turn out well, then maybe I'll take it apart and like redo something there. I can't keep taking apart this because I really don't know how the rest of it is going to look. Kind of doubting myself right now, but we're just gonna have to see how it goes. This is what it looks like right now. Honestly, I didn't even use the whole ball of orange. Whereas when I was doing the skeleton Summerween tote bag, it was the same type of yarn. It was the newer yarn too. And I did single crochet, and I needed to use one and like a little bit of a second one. This is still from the first one. Now, the kitty might look a little weird, because I have to give them like little eyes, and I have to make a little nose. I only didn't do the nose because I think the nose would turn out like this. I guess the nose could have turned out like that. And then I might give them teeth, but I think the shape is pretty good. Kind of good about it is even though like a little messy. It looks like intentional because it's supposed to be like a cat screaming and his fur's all over the place. You know when the cat's fur stands up? That's what we're gonna go with. So I think I might sew the nose and the little eyes because I don't think I can sleep with him looking like this, because it's kind of creeping me out a little bit. Let me go get my yarn needle and do that. I've decided that I'm going to use this pink for the nose. I think that's gonna look good. I also forgot he needs whiskers, and I want to give him some eyes. Yes, this is some extra yarn. We'll take some of that. Maybe I'll do the eyes first. I'm just gonna take a yarn needle and some yarn and make the features. If I were to have done this in a single crochet, I would be doing the exact same thing. Maybe I would have crocheted the nose, but I definitely would not have done the little eyes. So I'm just gonna go right in the middle and then down. Okay. Okay, do we see that? Okay, that looks so much better. And so I'm just gonna tie that in a knot. Yeah, that didn't turn out as bad as I thought it was going to. Sometimes you just have to put the finishing details on it, and then you're like, oh, okay, it makes sense now. So that's where I'm gonna leave it for today. I got the front done, I got the back done. I wanna put them together, and I'm kind of thinking that I may even do like a scallop border on top, just to add some whimsy to it. Maybe even a scallop border around the whole thing, because I've been wanting to do that for a while. I've been wanting to do a scallop border around the whole thing. That is where I'm going to leave it for tonight. I was very worried about an hour ago, but I'm very confident that the bag will actually turn out looking kind of cute. I just filmed an outro to another video, and like I'm sitting here, I'm like, well, my makeup's done, I'm wearing nice clothes, I might as well film an update for the bag. Back panel done. Front panel is done. Okay. Oh my goodness, it's so cute. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. I keep saying oh my goodness too many times. I'm sorry, but I am in utter shock of how good this looks, okay? I know I shouldn't be at this point because I love tapestry and usually all of my projects turn out pretty cute, but because this is half double, I was very worried. Okay, I was worried up until the point where I had to put his little whiskers and the nose is crooked. It's fine, we're not gonna talk about that, okay? He's a cute little cat. And I put like little fangs. He looks like a, I don't know, I might change the white fangs. They look a little bit big, but honestly, I kind of love it. Yes, I know, like I probably could have done a little bit better there and maybe on the legs, those little ends. Don't talk about it right now. But from far away, that looks really good. Okay. Listen, I finished this probably around 9 o'clock last night, and all night I'm just like, did I do the right thing? Should I redo it in single crochet? How is this gonna look? I was very, very worried. Okay, I don't think y'all understand how worried I was about this project, but this is exactly what I envisioned. It is perfect. I think this is so cute. Now that I've established that I like this, because I was worried, today what I'm gonna do is I'm going to take the front panel and the back panel and I'm going to slip stitch it together or single crochet it together. I've been doing this lately on my bags and I really like how it looks. My idea is if I do that, then I can take the black yarn and do a really cute scallop border around all of this and do a cute scallop border on the top before I put the lining in and put the strap. So I think that's what I want to do today, is just get the crocheting part done. I don't want to make the inside of the bag, even though I am in the camper right now and my sewing machine's here and everything like that. I don't want to do that right now, not until I know the bag is secure and together, because maybe I'll even sew the lining in with my sewing machine, because I've done that before and it's been successful, and I really want to do that again because it will take less time than hand sewing it, but also it will make it so much more durable. Yeah, I'm actually really kind of surprised that it turned out the way it did. I was very, very worried. I am confident that this bag is going to turn out good. Just had to take it apart a bunch of times, but I do think it is really, really cute. Okay, I'm excited to get this project done now. I completely forgot to show myself crocheting the edges together. I've done it in other videos. All I did was pinch the two sides together and then do a single crochet, stick my hook in, crochet it over, and like attach it together. So that's it. My idea is scallop border, scallop border, scallop border. Then, without cutting the yarn, scallop border around the opening. Also, the ends, I kind of just tied them off and cut them a little bit. Inside of the bag is not going to be shown because I am going to be putting a liner in. Really doesn't matter, and it's not going to poke through. I also gave him a little bit more teeth. I think it looks a little bit better. Yeah, so now I'm just going to crochet a scallop border. I just have to remember how to do it because I haven't done it in so long. Finished with the scallop border, and now I just need to cut this piece of fabric. So now I'm going to add the straps. Always get them in 1.5 meters because when I fold it in half, this length is the perfect length for a strap. So now that it's folded in half, I'm going to cut it. I'm going to take the lining and I'm going to put it inside the bag. Here's the finished tote bag done. To me, right now, this bag seems really small just because the other tote bag that I've been using a lot from the All-in-One Granny Square Petite is actually a pretty big bag. Anything smaller than that seems really small. I think this is the perfect size tote bag. I always make my tote bags the same size, but again, because I did do half double crochet, I was unsure. First, let's look at the cute little bag before I go into my notes and my thoughts. The lining, oh my goodness, the orange is so good. Oh, I love how like spooky and Halloween it is. So we have the front of the bag, we have the back of the bag. Like you saw, I didn't crochet all the details. I ended up putting the little slits for his eyes. I sewed those on. I sewed the nose. It's crooked, I know, but he's cute. I put the little whiskers in and then I added some teeth. I think the fangs probably could have been a little bit further apart. They look more like buck teeth, but I did add a little bit more white detail on the top to make it look more like teeth. Do you think that for the ears, I probably should have also sewn them in like I did the nose? I do like that I put a little bit of the white detailing to outline his back leg, the head, and then the little front paws. And then I feel like for his back, it is a little flat. I wish I had made it a little bit more rounder. And I feel like if I would have done single crochet, it probably could have gotten a nicer arch. I mean, it looks like little spikes because he's like, you know, on edge and all his hair standing up. It works. To me, it's very interesting seeing a tapestry project in half double crochet and seeing how much it looks like the image. I didn't expect it to turn out this good. This was like more of a little experiment because I wanted to see for half double. I definitely think that a single crochet would also have looked really, really good, but I wanted to challenge myself and do something different, even though doing a half double was a little less challenging because it was less to crochet. I also love that I did these scallop detailing. I don't know whether you can see it that well because I'm wearing black and it's black, but I really like the scallop detailing I did on the sides and on the bottom, and then of course on the top. I think it makes the bag stand out a little bit more rather than it being just pure orange. This would also make such a cute pillow, and if I hadn't already found the perfect fabric for the inside, I might have just made this into a pillow, to be honest. And you know what? I still could. I technically could still make this into a pillow. I can make it a pillow bag if you think about it. I could put the straps in, I could put a pillow in it, and then I could even just add some black little snaps on the top and snap it up, and then I have a pillow bag. Don't know when I would ever need a pillow bag, but if I do, I could technically do that. I could technically do it to all of my tote bags. What I'm going to do is actually, I'm going to compare this bag to another bag that I did in single crochet to kind of give you the difference of like time, yarn, and detail of what it looks like. The bag that I'm going to compare it to is this one here. Something weird happened with my camera. It kept trying to auto adjust to the blue bag, and then it turned the video a weird purple color. So I really tried to edit it to make the coloring better, but the color is going to be a little weird on this part of the video. This one was my summer ween bag. I use this everywhere, okay? It's got some wear and tear on it now. The reason why I'm showing this one compared to this one, this bag here is the first time I used Loops and Threads new yarn. You saw at the beginning when I was showing you the labels. This is why I wanted to compare it to, because the yarn was made around the same time with the new label and the new feeling. Loops and Threads new yarn, it is lighter than it used to be, but it is softer. You win some, you lose some. I think the blue bag is ever so slightly larger, like a 1/4 of an inch larger than this bag. This one here was, I believe, 55 single crochets, and this was 45 half double crochets. Basically 10 stitches less for a half double is about the same size as the single crochet one. So there's that. For my orange bag, I did 31 rows. For this one, 53 rows. That's how much of a difference it is between half double and single crochets, okay? 31 rows versus 53 rows. That is about 20 rows difference. So basically they're pretty much the same size. I think this one's just ever so slightly a little bit longer. When it comes to the tapestry part of it, the design, I feel like I have more control and able to make it a little bit more intricate with a single crochet rather than a half double. The half double looks still pretty good, but when you kind of get really close to it, you can kind of see that it's a little bit more pixelated, this one, and this one just has a little bit more definition by a little bit, okay? This one here took me 7.5 hours to make, and this one took me 9.5 hours. So essentially 2.5 hour difference between a half double crochet bag and a single crochet bag. This one was a little bit more intricate with the color swapping compared to this one. So, you know, give or take, but honestly, the crocheting time difference, I don't think it's 100% worth it to do another half double. I thought that maybe doing a half double would save me like half the time, and it literally only saved me maybe 2 hours. I am comparing it to this one, which does have more color swaps, a little bit more intricate. So yes, this would take me a little bit more time in a single crochet project compared to if I would have done this in a single crochet. It didn't really save me as much time as I thought. In the moment, it felt like it saved me a lot of time, but for like a 2 hour difference, I think I'm gonna stick with single. Let me just go over my thoughts about how I feel about the half double. I think it is cute. I think it turned out adorable. I really do like this. I think the cat is so cute. I think going forward, I'll probably just stick to my single crochet projects. I will say though, now that I know how to do the back panel and like how the back panel is gonna turn out to the front one, if I'm gonna do another, of course I'm gonna do another bag. When I do another bag, maybe the front panel I will do in my single crochet, but now that I know the dimensions and how many rows and how many stitches to do for a half double panel, I can do the back in half double. Save time on the back. It's the back. No one's ever gonna see it. It's gonna always pretty much be like this. You're never gonna see the back panel. Think going forward, do a single crochet front panel and do a half double back panel. I think that is what it's going to work out for me the best. Overall, I probably give him like an 8 out of 10. Kind of wish I would have done a single crochet for him, but again, I really wanted to experiment. I wanted to get out of my comfort zone of just doing everything in single crochet, and I wanted to try a tapestry project in half double. I have to say, you know what? It did not turn out as bad as I thought it was going to. It was actually really easy, but I honestly thought it was going to take me less time. He is really cute. I think it's so cute. I think the half double crochet really does work with this kind of frightened cat where his hair standing up kind of gives that effect. I don't know if you can see it, but I see it, and I think he just looks so cute, and I am actually really glad that the bag turned out the way it did. I think this cat is just so gosh darn adorable. This will be my October pattern of the month for my Patreons. So if anybody is wondering about the pattern or the graph or anything like that, this will be available on my Patreon. In the comments below, let me know what y'all are working on for this spooky season. I just finished a sweater. I finished the bag. I'm actually going to be working on a few more Halloween projects, you know, so I'm really excited to get those done. In the comments below, let me know what you're working on for this spooky season. I think that does it for this video, so y'all have a good day now.